Good morning! I'm here at the Emmaline Lake Trailhead, deep within Pingree Park. And this is located inside the Roosevelt National Forest. And yes, guys, that is the new ride right there. And this looks like it's going to be a beautiful day out here. Doesn't look too smoky at all. The forecast said it was going to be clear, no clouds. And I have never been so pumped up to do a hike before. That right there is going to be Fall Mountain. That's what I'm going for. Looking at about 6.2 miles out with just under a 3,300 foot elevation gain. So it's going to be pretty solid. Official start time, 6:55. I'm getting kind of a late start today. It took a little longer to get down here than I thought. I have a feeling I'm going to be walking through a significant amount of burned area, which is going to be kind of depressing. Looks pretty bad through here. I mean, that is just burned all the way down to the dirt. I made it up here to the first trail split. We're going to stay to the left and continue on the Mummy Pass Trail. I think this is the Mummy Pass Trail. I sure hope it is, because the book said I had to hike 5 miles on it. So hopefully I'm into those 5 miles right now. I don't know, we'll see. I think this is going to be a little longer than what the book said though. I'm coming up to another trail split. And what's this one say? Okay. Looks like we're going to stay to the left. That's looking up at Sugarloaf Mountain. And I can barely see Skull Point sticking up. I just did those a few weeks ago. But I really enjoy hiking on this road. This is nice. It warms you up and it's just really mellow. It's going slightly uphill, so I'm gonna cruise this thing on the way back. Should go pretty fast. Wow, this is really beautiful out here today though. It's like just kind of nice warm air with a little bit of a breeze, and look at that blue sky. Absolutely beautiful. And look at these fantastic views right here. This is a really good angle on that Stormy Peaks hike. You kind of come across this mountain right here, and then I believe as soon as you hit that corner is where you enter the Rocky Mountain National Park. Take it back on up to the Stormy Peaks Pass back there. And then that one to the right is Sugarloaf. And then right in front of it is Ramsey Peak. I'm stopping for a quick 5-minute break. Gonna grab a bite to eat and just enjoy this spot here for a second. I've been hiking for about 45 minutes. And the GPS is showing me about 2 miles in. As I was sitting here taking my break, yeah, there's a big moose right over He's breaking trees like crazy right now. I was gonna go down there for a closer look, and now he's on the trail coming this way. He sees me. Well, that was a little longer than 5 minutes for the break, but it was totally worth it. That was awesome seeing the moose. And then just past my break spot, where the bridge was, this should be where the Mummy Pass Trail splits off. I was checking the GPS and it looks really close. Walking through this section reminds me of Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder. I'm talking scorched earth, mother effer. All right, and I've made it up here to the Mummy Pass Trail Split, where I'm gonna take it to the left and head up through this burned area. This is nasty through here. We are now entering the Comanche Peak Wilderness, which makes sense. Fall Mountain is right next to Comanche Peak. Fall Mountain also lies right on that northern boundary of the Rocky Mountain National Park. So technically, one could say that it's another Rocky Mountain National Park 12er. I'm floating along at about 9,800 feet, and it looks like I have a little over 2 miles to where I'm gonna reach 11,400, and then that's where I'm gonna split off and start heading up to the summit. I'm hoping it's gonna be pretty self-explanatory once I get up there. It should be. I'm approaching 10,800 feet, so I'm getting up there. Looks like it's starting to open up a little bit. I'm just really thankful it's a beautiful day. I mean, it's a little windy up here, but out of all the elements of the weather, the wind is the one that I can deal with the most. This is amazing up here. I am loving it. It's such a beautiful day. I'm making my way up to the upper section here, and this is really cool. That's Comanche Peak out there in front of me, which means Fall Mountain is just right off to the left. Looks like it's just behind these rocks right here. As I come around the corner here, I think I'm finally getting to see it. And that's going to be the summit of Fall Mountain right there. I'm taking one more quick little 5-minute break before I start the final push. And this is right here at 11,300 feet, which means I've got less than 1,000 to the summit. All right, guys, break time is over. It's time to do this. And it looks like I'm getting ready to enter the Rocky Mountain National Park. It says the trail is closed. And right here at the pass, where the remainder of the trail is closed, this is where I'm gonna split off. Just head it right up here. Then I'm gonna plow up that high point. There's a little down and up, and then I should hit the summit. I'm looking at about 500 vertical feet to get to the top of this first hump. And then I'm gonna be home free once I'm up there. This is gonna be the hardest part. I'm almost up there. This is surprisingly easy. I just stashed my poles in the backpack and busted out the hiking gloves. I'm at about 11,900 right now, which means I have just over 300 more to the summit. I was trying to avoid going directly up and over this first high point, but it looks like that's ultimately what you have to do. That's looking back at Sugarloaf Mountain and Skull Point. And then you can see from Skull Point it kind of drops down to Icefield Pass. And that is awesome right there. Really cool. Very remote. I just had to stop for 2 seconds to switch my GoPro battery and throw my windbreaker on, because it's getting a little chilly up here. And this last part is slow moving. Big old rocks. I'm skirting the very top of the high point to the south, which is also going to be the left side of it coming up. I see a cairn right here, so I think I'm doing it right. I've just got to clear this high point, and then I think I'm going to be smooth sailing all the way up to the summit. And this is what I get when I come around the corner. That's looking up at the summit of Fall Mountain. I'm gonna get it. For sure, I'm gonna get that. The only problem is I got one more down and up right here. I'm starting to get the Rocky Mountain High up here, AKA Summit Fever. Yeah, I'm getting pumped. This is phenomenal. Really awesome and just awe-inspiring. Look at that right there. That's a view not many people get to see. You can see the smoke that's just pouring in from the west. These white waves of it, real nasty looking. Looking at another 2/10 of a mile to the summit. And this is gonna be the home stretch right here. All right, guys, and we're up here, summit of Fall Mountain. But this is an amazing summit right here. This is awesome. That's looking over to Comanche Peak. And then as I spin back in this direction, that's kind of where I came from, way out there. And then look at the high point that I had to skirt. That is definitely the crux of the hike. It looks like a little mini mummy mountain. And then behind it you got Sugarloaf, Stormy Peaks, and Skull Point, Icefield Pass. I can see Gibraltar Peak and Roe Mountain. And then as I keep going, getting to the backside of the mummies over here. That's going to be Fairchild, Ypsilon, and Desolation Peaks. And also Flatiron. Can't forget about Flatiron. This is looking back in the direction that I have come from. I'm not even sure where I started out there. I just know it's far away. But look at all the smoke in the air. It just keeps rolling in from the west. Those big white waves. Alright guys, it's about 12:30 right now, and I've been sitting up here on the summit of Fall Mountain for about 45 minutes. But it's starting to get a little late. The wind is picking up, so it's time to go. It's time to head on back. Alright, let's do it. I'm hoping I can get back in less than 4 hours. That would be nice. And one thing I always do before I leave a break spot is I always do an equipment check. I always make sure I look back down at where I was sitting and the surrounding area to make sure that there's no gear left sitting there. And then I also check my backpack to make sure everything's zipped up. This is pretty slow moving up here on these rocks. Just real uneven. Can't go fast. Once I clear this section and get down this high point right here, it should be pretty nice all the way back and 99% downhill. And check that out, guys. I found some more teeth. And that one's got like a fang on it. That's cool. I always find really cool things when I'm out hiking. And I was just saying to my mom on the last hike, it'd be cool to find a fang of an animal, like the sharp tooth, and I just found one. I pretty much made it up and around this thing. I skirted it a little more to the south on the way back. It's a little easier, but it's still kind of a pain in the butt. I'm picking up a few more cairns on the way back. And the next one I'm aiming for, it's like right there. They got a lot of these stakes going up the mountain here. And on this side, you're gonna be in the Comanche Peak Wilderness. And on this side, you're gonna be in the Rocky Mountain National Park. And this is the final descent. That's gonna be hard anyway. I mean, I got a lot of descending to do. But once I'm off these rocks, wow, it's gonna be pretty smooth sailing the rest of the way. I'm almost off this thing. And it's kind of rough going down. It takes a lot more energy trying to be all careful. And in 45 minutes, I'm down it. Back on the grass. This is a really cool hike. I highly recommend it. If I had to compare it with Sugarloaf and Skull Point, I'd say this is way better. I thought the hike up was a little more exciting, and then the summit was better too. Pretty gnarly up there. Great views. I'm taking it back down to that little pass where the sign was for the Rocky Mountain National Park. However, I did check my map when I was up on the summit, and that is not Mummy Pass. Mummy Pass is going to be a little more to the west. That's just some other unnamed pass. And in 55 minutes from leaving the summit, I'm back down here to the trail. I need water, and I need it bad. I ran out a long time ago, way up on the summit, and I have not come across any since. Actually, the only water I saw on this entire hike was down by where the moose was. And that is still probably over 2 miles away. It's pretty far. I'm just gonna have to tough it out. And then right when I got done talking about how I needed water, I walked up onto this water bottle. I mean, I'm not gonna drink out of it or anything, but that looks like a nice one. I'll tell you what though, this is a pretty nice trail the majority of the time. Yeah, I know it gets a little crazy at the top, and it's got some rough spots here and there, but all in all, this is really nice. From the summit of Fall Mountain, it's taken me 2 hours and 45 minutes to get back down to this point. And I am about ready to join back with the flat road that leads up to Emmaline. And that's gonna be so nice. Hallelujah. I am back down here. The rest of this should be real easy. I just stopped for some water. I'm feeling good again. I'm cruising this trail, which is going really fast. And look how beautiful this is right here. So we're looking at about another 1¼ miles back to the car. And this hike is no joke. This thing is serious. And I've made it back down to the gate. And I think this is where the discrepancy is in the distance. I believe the book is starting from right here. It's considering this the start of the Mummy Pass Trail. From here to where I'm parked is considered like Forest Road 47, and it's an additional ½ mile. So I believe this hike is really 6.7 miles, not 6.2. It's just a few minutes before 4:20, which means that took about 3 hours and 45 minutes to get down. And we're back. With this extra road added on, we're looking at about 6.7, 6.8 miles each way. We'll go conservative, 6.7. But that was a pretty epic one, pretty long. It's almost 4:30 right now, and I'm pretty tired. But I hope you enjoyed it, and until the next hike, y'all, peace.